Welcome back to the channel. Really quick video. This is a setup I've been using for the past couple of weeks. It is a direct adaptation from my last video, which is my US30 method. I found that the US30 method works really well with GBPUSD. And I just found that through backtesting, the win rate for this is crazy. Um, you can see over here that I've said this is an adaptation of my US30 method. Is literally the same setup word for word. I've given you guys the setup word for word. This is free game. Free game. Literally the exact setup I'm using. I've written for you here in trademark fashion. We're on the 1 minute time frame. We're checking the news. We are marking out US market open. We are only trading within the 1 to 2 hours from US market open. If a trade doesn't present itself in this period of really high volatility, and really high trading volume, then we do not take a trade for the day. We mark out our buy side and sell side liquidity levels. So we can see over here, this is our buy side liquidity. This is our sell side liquidity. Um, there is no exact correct method for marking out buy side and sell side. It comes with experience in the charts. But if you guys want a separate video dedicated to this, let me know in the comments. I will gladly make a video on the topic. You can see we could also have chosen this to be our sell side. This could be our sell side. It's all a matter of preference and appetite and risk appetite and experience at looking at the charts. So we've marked out our liquidity levels, buy side, sell side. We are then monitoring our price action from US market onwards and marking out any order blocks or fair value gaps only. I'm ignoring every single other PDRA. I'm ignoring every single other confluence. I'm keeping it super simple. I only care about order blocks and fair value gaps. Do not overcomplicate your chart with too many indicators. I promise you that shit is not going to make you profitable. It's just going to confuse you and it's just going to tire you out. Keep it simple. I promise you. You can see an order block over here quite clearly. We can see a fair value gap over here quite clearly. There is also a fair value gap over here, that we could mark out. So there's a fair value gap as well. We then wait for price action to take out either the buy side or the sell side. We can see in this case, price action has swept our sell side liquidity. Let me get rid of this arrow so I don't confuse you. As soon as we sweep sell side, we wait for retracement into either fair value gap or order block. In this case, we've retraced into this fair value gap and we've respected it. We can see a clear break of structure to the downside, which I've labeled with this red arrow over here. So you can see this right here is a break of structure to the downside. We can see big wicks on these candles, on the top end of these candles when they enter the fair value gap, which just shows that we're going to respect the fair value gap. And so let me just get rid of this. Let me get rid of these arrows so I don't confuse you guys. Let me get rid of this price alert over here. And then you can see quite clearly we've got a bunch of candles here that are a little bit confusing. We can see we wick into the fair value gap and then immediately we break structure to the downside quite significantly. I wish there was a way for me to draw a circle for you guys to make this shit clearer. Let me just use this. So we can see over here, break of structure to the downside immediately. Let me get rid of this shit. I'm taking a short position. As soon as I see this wick over here, I'm immediately taking a short position over here. I am putting my stop loss just above the fair value gap, just above the fair value gap, and I'm really conservative. So I'm targeting 1 to 2 as my first TP. So around here would be my first TP. Then I'd move my stop loss to break even and let it run. In this particular case, this is a trade I actually took. I closed out my entire position at 1 to 3. And I was so angry afterwards because if I'd let it run a bit longer, the earning potential is crazy. It went all the way down to 1 to 11, 1 to 12 risk reward. Just this setup, this simple trade If you risk 1% of your account, you can make 10%. And that is passing a funded challenge. I think on the funded challenge stage one, you're supposed to make 10%. So you could literally pass a funded challenge off this one trade. I'm telling you guys, trading does not have to be complicated. I wish videos like this were available to me when I first started trading. This is the US 30 method, but it works with GBPUSD. I suggest you backtest this, you forward test it, you demo trade it, and then you use it for your prop firm challenge. And if you are on a live account, you use it on your live account. You could consistently make 2 to 5K per month using just this setup. You know, trading doesn't have to be complicated. It does not have to be complicated. Please like the video. Please comment below any questions you have. I will answer all of them. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. Um, and yeah, I appreciate you boys. I've literally given you guys the entire setup here. So look in, write this setup down, backtest it, and thank me later. Take care, boys.